What was the FHA's role in housing segregation? Imagine a time when government policies shaped neighborhoods and wealth for generations. That time was largely influenced by the Federal Housing Administration. The FHA was created in 1934 during the Great Depression to help stabilize the housing market. It was supposed to make homeownership easier and safer, but it did much more than that. From the start, the FHA included rules that kept Black families out of many neighborhoods. They required that properties they insured be in all white areas. This was not accidental. It was a deliberate policy. The FHA refused to insure mortgages in neighborhoods with Black residents. They claimed Black communities were too risky, even though there was no real financial reason for this. This practice is called redlining. It meant Black families couldn't get federally backed loans to buy homes in their own neighborhoods. When Black families managed to buy homes in white areas without help, the FHA would deny mortgage applications from white buyers in those same neighborhoods. They argued that Black residents made the area riskier for everyone. This created a double barrier. Black families couldn't buy homes in white neighborhoods, and white families were encouraged to move to segregated suburbs. The FHA also helped develop suburbs like Levittown, which received backing but had explicit racial covenants that banned non-white residents. These developments made it easier for white families to build wealth through homeownership. Meanwhile, Black families were kept out, which prevented them from building wealth and passing it down. The FHA's policies also supported urban renewal projects that displaced Black neighborhoods. They used federal funds to demolish urban areas, often displacing thousands of Black residents. When neighborhoods were destroyed, Black residents had no options for homeownership because the FHA wouldn't finance properties in those areas. Public housing programs also reinforced segregation. Black public housing was built in isolated or already segregated neighborhoods, concentrating poverty. White public housing was often in better areas with good schools and jobs. These policies created a huge wealth gap that still exists today. White families accumulated wealth through home equity, while Black families faced barriers that kept them renters or in neighborhoods with lower property values. This history explains why today the median wealth of white families is about 10 times that of Black families. The Fair Housing Act of 1968 made racial discrimination illegal, but the damage was already done. Many of the policies that created these disparities had long-lasting effects. Understanding this history shows us that current wealth gaps are not just about individual choices but are rooted in government actions. Building wealth through real estate today means knowing this history. It also means being strategic about investing in emerging neighborhoods, understanding property value trends, and taking advantage of available programs. Recognizing how policies shape the market helps us find new pathways to build the wealth that was denied to previous generations.